The 2023 season for Mercedes has deviated from their initial expectations. They had hoped for a significant improvement after a challenging 2022 season in Brackley, intending to resume their battle for the World Championship against Red Bull and Ferrari. However, the Milton Keynes team has surged ahead, leaving their competitors struggling to challenge Max Verstappen's dominance. Currently, Ferrari and Mercedes are locked in a fierce battle for second place in the Constructors' World Championship. Just below them, McLaren has made substantial progress, potentially becoming a threat in the upcoming season. What's even more concerning for Mercedes is that two of their customer teams, Aston Martin and McLaren, have outperformed their W14, placing the provider in an uncomfortable position. In response to this challenge, Mercedes has recently unveiled its plans to enhance the performance of the W14 and initiate development for 2024. In Austin, they will introduce a modified floor for the W14, aligning with next year's development direction. As revealed by Mercedes' head of race strategy, Rosie Waite, the team intends to make continuous improvements in the upcoming races, aiming not only for second place in the championship against Ferrari but also to prepare for the 2024 season. Mercedes had to surrender their constructors' title to Red Bull in 2022 due to the introduction of new ground effect rules, ending their streak of 8 consecutive titles from 2014 to 2021. Despite a challenging start to this season, they revised the design of the W14 in Monaco. Although their performance has improved, they are yet to secure a race win and are currently engaged in a tight competition with Ferrari for second place in the constructors' standings. When questioned about the decision to enhance the W14, Rosie Waite emphasized that it's not a straightforward choice. While they plan to make more fundamental developments to the W15 during the winter, numerous improvements can be made to the current car. These improvements aim to increase its speed and contribute to their knowledge and understanding of next year's car. Furthermore, these upgrades are designed to serve a dual purpose by enhancing performance and advancing their understanding, specifically in areas where it's required. The insights gained from testing these upgrades this year will directly inform the development of the W15. It's essential to remember that they are in a fierce battle with Ferrari for second place in the championship, making these upgrades crucial to all involved. Andrew Shovlin, Mercedes Trackside Engineering Director, has also discussed potential future alterations that may be implemented. He revealed that the Silver Arrows are currently engaged in some intriguing projects. Shovlin stated, "We've been putting in a lot of effort to address the issues with this car and ensure we don't encounter them in the next year. We've made significant progress. The car we had in 2022 was considerably lacking in terms of qualifying performance." He noted that the car generally performed better in races, although its performance was highly dependent on the specific track. Mercedes has made improvements in certain areas, but the primary challenge remains the need for greater speed. To compete effectively, they must find a substantial performance boost, particularly to challenge Red Bull. Shovlin also highlighted the fact that the competition has become extremely close, with smaller gaps between teams compared to a year ago. What was once a decent qualifying position, like 4th or 5th on the grid, is now insufficient, as it could lead to elimination in the early stages of qualifying, Q1 or Q2. Mercedes acknowledges the need to work on various aspects of the car to boost driver confidence, a significant concern. They have several intriguing projects in the pipeline, with the hope that they will yield positive results. As of now, Mercedes is in the second position in the Constructors' Championship, striving to maintain their lead over their competitors. With only 5 race weekends left in the season, there is a mere 30-point gap between the two leading teams. In light of the challenging season, Mercedes has decided to introduce a new floor for the W14 at the Austin Grand Prix, aligning with their developmental plans for the next year. This move, confirmed by Technical Director James Allison, is intended to provide valuable insights into the car's performance and its future potential. However, expectations regarding significant performance gains from this new floor are cautiously managed. Its primary purpose is to offer incremental improvements from a timing perspective and, more importantly, to verify if the team is on the right developmental path. A recurring issue with the W14 has been reminiscent of the W13's porpoising, a performance limitation that Mercedes is determined to overcome. James Allison emphasized their desire to eliminate bouncing entirely. Many teams still contend with some bouncing, which can vary based on factors like wind, weight, and conditions. The new floor is designed to widen the car's operating window in terms of generating downforce at various ride heights. Toto Wolff acknowledged the challenge of adapting to changing ground clearances from one year to the next. This update is not expected to bring significant changes in the current season, but will serve as a foundation for the W15 in the following year, aligning with Mercedes' evolving design philosophy. The 2024 car holds substantial importance, as Mercedes aims to compete effectively before the regulatory changes set for 2026. The upcoming season's car will also lay the groundwork for subsequent iterations, as explained by James Allison. Mercedes is looking forward to launching a fundamentally sound car in 2024, in stark contrast to dealing with the unpredictable behavior of the W14, a car born with inherent technological limitations. The W14 has proven to be a flawed vehicle, showcasing substantial variations in its performance from one track to another, as evident when compared to the SF23 and AMR23. In contrast, the McLaren MCL60 has been demonstrating its versatility across various tracks. James Allison noted that their car exhibited favorable characteristics in some areas during the Suzuka race, while the Singapore race received praise for its overall performance. Qatar, on the other hand, presented a mixed scenario for Mercedes, further highlighting the inconsistency in their car's performance. Bouncing remains an intermittent constraint for the Mercedes W14. The team is striving to eliminate this issue, as it can vary depending on factors like wind conditions and the presence of a wake. Nevertheless, bouncing is not the sole limitation of the W14. Managing this inherent difficulty is a challenge shared by many teams, and Red Bull has shown that it can be addressed effectively. While these cars differ from their predecessors, the fundamental setup work remains largely the same, with a focus on factors like surface, ground clearance, stiffness, and aerodynamics. To raise the performance baseline, Mercedes intends to increase driver involvement in the 2024 season. Both drivers and technicians have not only expressed their frustrations with the W14 publicly, but have also raised concerns privately within the team. The intense race weekends allow for more extensive interactions with the drivers. However, the high on-track pressure often limits the opportunity for in-depth discussions. Hence, Mercedes has been prioritizing meetings with drivers at the factory to better understand their needs and align them with the ongoing development efforts. Mercedes is committed to delivering a new and superior car, as a well-conceived vehicle from its inception is more straightforward to unlock its full potential. The current Mercedes package still carries some technological constraints from the previous season, including an advanced frame and power unit (PU) packaging tailored for a particular concept. Lewis Hamilton has voiced concerns about the car's seat position, which impacts its front-end reactivity and reduces driver confidence at the rear. This has hindered Hamilton's optimal performance. While George Russell has also expressed some dissatisfaction with the car's handling, it may not be to the same extent as his teammate. George has a preference for a softer setup, whereas we have consistently leaned towards stiffer setups for performance reasons. These setup adjustments need to be tailored for each race, since a setup suitable for Suzuka wouldn't work in Singapore. However, George consistently leans toward a softer baseline setup. The question remains whether all these modifications, upgrades, and driver inputs will be sufficient to bridge the gap to the leading teams. The unexpected resurgence of Aston Martin at the season's outset, and the mid-season resurgence of McLaren have demonstrated to Mercedes that such progress is indeed achievable. The key lies in having the right philosophy, which Mercedes lacked initially. Thus, it will be intriguing to observe if the recently introduced floor will significantly enhance both purpose and performance. What are your thoughts? Does Mercedes possess the necessary expertise to return as a potential title contender in 2024, or are there more substantial challenges within the team? I'm eager to hear your thoughts and perspectives. Please share them in the comments section below. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel for notifications on our future uploads, ensuring you stay informed about the developments in the 2023 Formula One season.